All right, welcome. We are going to do a nice new moon in Aries practice that will incorporate a fiery, more yang aspect of yoga in standing poses. Then we'll have a seat, do a little bit of pranayama to access what was uncovered through that fiery sequence. Take it into resetting an intention or editing one, really looking to get clearer on where we're intending to go, and then move into a yin sequence and in restorative with a guided meditation. So multi-dimensional practice to really benefit body, mind, spirit through this new moon in Aries. So let's start first by getting comfortable. You can sit on your shins or use a prop to find more comfort and cross legs, somewhere where the hips are really grounded and the spine can upright itself with nominal effort. Any little adjustments to get super comfortable, and then really drop in. See your root grounding you deep into the earth, structurally supporting the rise of your energy, of your spine, of your heart center, of your crown. Letting your body be this open conduit of energy between earth and universe. And then draw the hands up to the heart center. Just feel where you're at in this moment. Tapping into a widening of your ribs and a deeper breath. And if you'd like to set an intention around this Aries new moon, this is going to stir up the fire within us to see where we're conflicting in our life, to see where we are out of alignment with our purpose, and to give us the courage and strength to realign, begin again and again and again, until we maintain this place of harmony and allow our gifts to be shared with the world. So maybe that helps you set your intention, or maybe it was clear from what you're feeling in this moment. Declare it out of loving kindness for yourself, and maybe even see it form as an image in your heart. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to live? What do you want the world to look like? How can you be a part of creating that? And then feel your inhale, pull that out of your heart, place it in your palms. Let the exhale release the hands, open the eyes, say hi to Georgie here, and let's come right into tabletop and start to get the body nice and warm in cow and cat. So spread the fingers, anchor your hands, root through the palms, but also feel like the palm is cupping energy into your shoulder girdle, getting really strong. He's just biting me. He's fiery today. He's a very fiery bad cat. So tuck the toes under if you like this. Arch the back. Inhale, feel your hands pull back, your heart pull forward, your gaze shift up. Exhale, round the back, scoop the tail, push the hands forward. Go back and forth at the rate of your breath. A few more times. Maybe the feet want to be flat. Maybe they tuck under on your inhale and flatten on your exhale. And as you keep going in this range of motion, see how your shoulder blades can get involved to really help open the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down as you find your cow, and push the floor away, widening the shoulder blades on your rounded cat. Pump up the area around the heart, front to back. I love this metaphor of this part of our body and the heart center and the shoulder blades as this doorway into the past, which is a direct link to opening the present, opening into the future. Understanding where we've been helps us understand who we are, make any adjustments and take action to clearly direct ourselves forward. Now, let your body start to move and sway in a way that feels good for you. Dance it out like nobody's watching. And even if they are, don't care about it. Right? Fiery Aries energy. They don't care. They don't care what other people think. They are so aligned with who they are and their purpose. It doesn't matter. My hips are popping, making noises. Access deeper places of hiding, restriction, friction. Maybe the hands want to sway into a different position, opening up the forearms a bit. Take a few moments, a couple deep breaths in your unique dance. Let your hands travel around. Let your hips circle around, right? And then make your way back to center. Tuck the toes under. Crawl the hands a bit forward to get up into downward dog without it being too short. And again, move it around. Pedal out the heels. Let your arms come forward and back. Notice your tendency to press the chest toward the thighs and pull the arm bone out of the socket and collapse. Right? Lift up from the floor. Articulate the arm into the socket. Feel that fire of expressing strength, of hugging into yourself. And then feel the heels press back. Take one heel to the center of the mat and press your hip behind it, stretching the waistline. Go to the other side. And then back to center, into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From your hands, cup your palm up into the armpit. Hug your ribs in, soften the knees, send your tail to the sky. Keep all of that. Legs press straight, heels reach back. Huge breath. 2 more. Feel the fire of your sit bones and heels stretching away from the back of the knee. Oppositional energetic force. See if your arms and legs can stay straight. Lift the heels and tiptoe to the front of the mat. Do what you need to, but see if you can lift your hip and just tiptoe, 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 lower belly, feet all the way forward. And then blocks are great here, I don't have one. Send your weight forward. Take the rounding out of your upper back. You can be on a block. You can be up the legs, right? Oops. I'm out of frame here. Let me pull myself this way. There we go. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. All right, so in your forward fold, really feel like your upper back is not rounding to touch the floor. And my head's still cut off. Let me push this back a little bit. All right, there we go. Should make note of all of these things. So if we're rounding the back to touch the floor and we're scooped under, we're not stretching our hamstrings. We're only exacerbating poor postural habits. So stretch the legs straight, crawl your hands up to keep the spine in its natural curves and pivot at the hinge at the hip crease. And then let go of the head. When you let go of the head, tone the quads, push through the 4 corners of your feet. Feel the arch pull through the legs. Strong foundation of support. Right? Think of your legs as that first stalk of flower blooming up through the ground. Strong, resilient. Right? As this support to then let the head fall, let the blossom of the flower just kind of dangle like that first crocus coming up in spring. And then draw the shoulder blades together, helping the neck relax a little bit, and then say yes and no if that's okay. And as you do, think about the things you say yes to, the things you say no to, and if at all there can be a shift to balance out and bring harmony to protect yourself, your energy, but also put yourself out there, right? Finding that sweet spot in between. Not overextending your yeses, not guarding too much with your no's. Soften into the knees, send your weight into the heels, hips draw back, arms parallel to the floor, palms together if it's okay. Like an arrow of your heart, shooting forward. Lift the arm bones, squeeze your shoulder blades together, then down, and from that forward movement of your intention, lift it up to the divine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in. Sink your seat. Inhale the arms forward. Lift, draw back and down, lift up. Send your weight into your right foot. We're going to step the left foot back to warrior one, angled to a degree that helps your hips stay forward. And then lift the arms overhead. Grab your left wrist, lift up and lean to the right. So when we do this, think about squaring the front of the mat still so we're not open, right? You can step your back foot in to do that, and then staying square, leaning straight to the side, not twisting. So you access this very deep fascial release in the whole front of the left hip through the belly, and maybe get access to your psoas muscle. From here, you can clasp fingers, slide your left forearm behind the head, and press back into it. Feel your right elbow pull back and down to bring you to the right, and then lift your left elbow up. Find your breath. Really push left pinky edge into the mat. Tone your left quad. Focus on the back leg. Focus on looking back to help see growth, potential for growth, not regret. Inhale, arms come up. Prayer hands together. Maybe the gaze shifts up. Your hands can be as forward as your neck needs them to be. Big breath. Exhale, lunge into your right knee deeper. Bring your hands outside the right knee. Lean forward, lift the tail. On your inhale, right arm stretches out and up. I don't have space, so I'll switch myself around. Exhale it down. Maybe your gaze follows. Inhale up. Exhale down. Maybe your gaze stays down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. So now feel your weight shift. Left heel lifts. Step into your right foot. Left foot meets right. Sink your seat. Hands forward of the heart. These are just suggestions. Your hands can be where you want them to be. Wherever they are, feel like the chest is really bright and open. The arm bone is set deep into the socket and the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to slowly lower the hips to a degree that your knees are happy, that you feel strong. Maybe they come all the way down to the heels. On your inhale, feel like that first crocus busting up from the land and opening its bud. And exhale, hands to the heart. Find a moment in Tadasana. Hips draw back. From your feet, pull in. From your ribs, hugging in. Feel your heart bright and open. Pull the throat and chin back. Feel your crown lengthening you up. You might feel like you're going to fall backward. Don't stand in proper alignment much. Be here and tap in to the breath, to your energy, what thoughts are present. Inhale, reach out and up. Soften the knees to fold with a straight spine. Hands touch down, legs press straight. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold in with that flat back. Sink into your seat, hands forward of the heart. Step into your left foot. Right foot steps back, warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Grab your right wrist. Lift up, press through your right pinky edge. Lean left. Tone your right quad. Stay like this or clasp fingers. Slide your right forearm back. Feel your square in the front of the mat. Pressing your head back. Hug your ribs in. Strong through the right leg. Focus on the back. Look back a bit. Right? Left elbow pulls back and down. So take your right elbow up. Breathe. Feel that deep sense of release in the right side of your body. Inhale, arms up overhead, prayer together. Maybe shift the gaze up. Be where it's good for your neck. Lunge in. And then exhale, hands outside the left knee. Lift the tail. Pull the left hip back. Anchor your hands. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale it down. Inhale out. Exhale down. Feel your left hip lead the way. Inhale. Exhale. Look forward. Pick up the right foot. Step the right foot forward. Hands straight forward of the heart. Where are we intending to go? And then inhale, just come to stand. Drop the arms this time. Flip the palms forward again. Find Tadasana. Let the hips stack the heels. Feel your Mula Bandha, right? Lifting from the feet into the pelvic floor. Feel the Uddiyana Bandha. Lower belly in and up. Let the ribs take the brakes in. Right? Come down. Shoulders set deep into the back of the body. Throat and crown lifting up. Maybe you want Jalandhara, lifting the chest and dropping the chin. Containing your energy. Feel your energetic pranic flow. Open up to the sensitivity of these subtle aspects of yourself. We're going to bring our fingertips to the as-is points, the part of our bone, pelvic bone that sticks out. And then keep the shoulders wrapped back and down. Step into your right foot. Keep your left leg straight, but lift your hip to flex the foot off the ground. Bend into the right knee a bit. Find your gaze forward. Keep everything squared forward. And kick your left foot back and hinge forward at the same amount. So I'm not hinging more than my leg is moving. I'm not lifting my leg more than I'm hinging forward. So we have this very simple and aligned version of Warrior 3. And this might be where you go and stay. Your right leg's going to tell you when to stop. Right knee can stay bent. Hips are still squared forward. George. All right, we're going to bend both knees. I need a block. And bring hands to blocks. They can be on the floor. Blocks are going to make it easier. Or just more comfortable. Bending both knees. Now we're going to pulse. Left foot up to the sky. Ribs stay in, shoulders down out of the neck. Inhale, push the left foot as high as you can. Exhale, bend your right knee and tuck your left knee behind it. 2 more like that. Inhale it up. Exhale it in. Inhale it up. Exhale it in. Inhale, press both legs straight. Spin that inner left thigh to the midline. Pull your right foot up into your hip. Squeeze your right sit bone up into the pelvis. Into the midline, I mean. Woo. Bend the elbows, hands to the floor, standing split. Right hand can wrap around your calf as your left foot points up to the sky. Left hand's going to keep you balanced anywhere on the mat. Right from your right foot, extend up through your left. Think nose to knee. That root to rise. And then release the left foot next to your right. Shake, bounce, sway. 3 breaths, forward fold, let it go. Ooh, feel the fire. Feel your root. Feel the release of the crown. Shake it, yes and no. Soft knees, straight spine, look forward. Inhale, come to stand, fingertips to the hips. Second side, step into your left foot. Flex the right foot, lift it up. Soften into the left knee, open through the chest, the shoulders, squeeze the midline, right foot kicks back as you hinge forward. Keep the ribs hugged in. Let this be your expression of Warrior 3, not focused on what it should look like, but by this feeling of straight line head to right heel. Soften the left knee, fingertips to the floor or blocks, bending both knees, and then pulse, right foot to the sky. Inhale it up. Exhale, bend your left knee more and squeeze the right behind. 2 more times. This inhale, both legs kick straight. Parallel that right leg, inner right thigh to the midline. Press into your left foot and pull up to the hip. Squeeze your left sit bone to the midline. Nice deep breath. And then right foot meets left. Shake it out. Do what you can to feel really connected to letting go. Finding breath. And release. You can probably hear my laundry is going. Okay. Feel the feet anchor you down. Pull that earth up into the hips. Bring your hands up to the blocks or letting the spine get long. Step into your right foot. Kick the left leg back. Did we do our standing split? No, I forgot our standing split. Left foot roots down. Hands come down. Now the right foot extends up. Caught myself. Right, so from your left foot anchoring down, point your right toes, wrap your left arm, hug yourself in. Now, notice you're in full control of what you're doing. So stay at your edge. Don't overdo it. Don't pull in too tight. Think nose to knee, from your left foot extending up through your right, but in a place of moving with what you got, right? Feeling what you feel, not overdoing it. All right, release the right foot. Take a nice breath into the forward fold. Oh, let that go, it's intense. All right, soften the knees, look forward. Inhale, come up to stand. Step into your right foot. Draw the left knee up to hip height. And then press your right thigh back so your leg muscles are holding you up. Squeeze your left knee in tighter, keep the ribs knit in. Clasp under your left thigh, kick it straight, flex your foot. And then see if you can let go and keep the leg up high. And then clear the floor, hands to the floor, standing split, hop, second, big breath. Bend the right knee, left foot to warrior two. Find your footing. If it didn't land in a good place, readjust, right? If we find ourselves in life transitioning through a decision and then we land somewhere, we're like, this isn't right. Don't stay there. Realign. Self-correct. Front heel to back arch. Bring the left hip down, maybe a little bit back. Try to bring it in line with your ankle. Lunge into the right knee. Feel your ribs open to the long edge. The arms stretch out of the heart. Send your gaze to the right hand. Feel the power of your warrior two. The power of your warrior spirit is wise, right? A warrior is wise to the struggle, wise to patterns, and wide open in the heart. Right leg kick straight, tack the hips to the left, keep the hips going back. Let the left arm just lay on your left side and stretch your right hand toward the top left corner of the mat. Feel the hips going to that back corner, right corner, hand to the top left corner. When you can't go anymore, let the hand come down and then spin the left shoulder up. You can keep your arm on the side body. It can go straight over shoulder, straight over ear, or wrap around the back. I'm going over ear today. I'm working on some shoulder mobility. From your left hip, reach the spine forward. Maybe the arm is pulling forward. Pull the right shoulder down at the neck. From your strong legs, open up your twist. And if your arm's stretching overhead like me, what are we reaching towards? Let's realign with our purpose or finding our purpose. 3 more breaths. Look down, soften the right knee, left hand forward of the shoulder, any version of side plank. You can spin all toes to the right and lift the right arm. You can step the right foot to the middle of the mat or the back of the mat. Find the left hip lifting up. And maybe right arm goes overhead. On your exhale, downward dog. Nice deep breath here. From your hands, lift your armpits. Ribs hug in, tail lifts. Keep that straight legs, heels back. Soften the knees, lift the heels, look to the front of the mat. Step, hop, or walk. Soft knees, straight spine, inhale up. Send your weight to the left foot, draw the right knee up. Press the left thigh back. Pull the right knee in tight, ribs draw in. Shoulders back and down. Clasp around your thigh, kick the leg straight, pull the thigh into the socket, see if you can let go and keep it. And then leg swings back, hands to the floor. Standing split one more time. Left knee bends, right foot steps back, arms bring you up. Warrior two. Check in on the feet. Did that transition support where we landed? Or did it support where we wanted to land in a good alignment now? Front heel to back arch. Can the right hip come down? Press it back. Ribs open up. Arms float up. Gaze goes left. Tap into the warrior spirit. Wise to the experiences of life, to the human struggle. Helping get clearer of where we're intending to go. Beginning again and again. Right, left leg straight. Tap the hips to the right. Right arm just drops on the body. Thighs go back, chest forward. Feel your left hand go to the top right corner. Sit bone, right sit bone to that back left corner. Maybe you bounce a little bit. Stretch and reach until you can't go anymore. Drop the hand, twist the right shoulder up. Decide where the right arm wants to go. Strong legs. Feel the feet grounding you down, that connection. Deep into the earth, and then pull it into the hips. Open up your twist. What are we reaching towards? Left shoulder out of the neck. One more breath. Look down, soften the left knee. Right hand forward of the shoulder. Pivot, any version of side plank. Go and just feet together, back to the mat. Let the right hip lift you up. Maybe left arm goes overhead again. Looking down, find downward facing dog. From your hands, lift your armpits. From your ribs, hugging in, send the tail up. Heels back. Big breaths. Feel your body is cycling earth energy through. In the hands, up the hips, down the legs, out the feet. Aligning with natural cycles of life will help us find our purpose, find more fulfillment. Lift the heels, bring the knees down. We're going to have a seat with right leg straight forward and into, actually we're not doing that yet, sorry. Grab a comfortable prop to sit on for pranayama. So just find a place to sit in comfort with a neutral spine. I'm going on a block on the shins. It's just super comfortable. I'm still going to find that pelvic alignment a little rolled forward. So we're still not scooped under. We want to find that nice foundational support for the spine to lift. And then ground down and feel heavy and settle in. And just let the hands come on the thighs, palm down. Shoulders lift, draw back and down with the ribs hugged in. Just feel a palm down on the thighs, helping to ground your energy and settle after, pretty intense sequence. Let the breath settle down and the heart rate follow. And so I chose a simple breathing exercise today to help through this season, but to help through what feels frustrating when anger arises, when we find these uncomfortable emotional reactivity to life. So we're going to inhale for the count of 4. So, even if your natural breath is 6 seconds long, maybe it's 3. You have to kind of fight for that 4, but don't push into a frustrating place. This is all about meeting frustration and soothing it. So we don't want to create it. So we're going to try for 4. But if your breath is more open than that, just slowly inhale down to a 4 count. And then we're going to very slowly release the air for 8. And for me, the 8 exhale is really challenging. It's not that long. So you just slow the release. And this is going to be a calming breath, right? This is a great breath for when things are frustrating and very overactive and anxious. So inhale for 4, exhale for 8. So let's just take 3 conscious, slow breaths together. Feel wherever you are in your breath. Inhale to fullness. And just exhale it out. The ribs can get involved. Inhale, widen the ribs. Breathe deeply. And exhale, squeeze the ribs in if it feels good to do so. Right, notice my inhale. My arms are not coming up into my neck. Just widening the ribs. It's not a breath like this. That's not a helpful fullness. Exhale slowly out. Here we go. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Couple more rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, letting your breath return to a natural full rhythm. And just notice how that affected you. Draw the hands palm over palm on the heart, connecting deeply within to your feelings. This practice so far, what was uncovered, what was discovered, and editing and fine-tuning any intention or setting one to begin again. Out of love and kindness towards yourself. It's very Aries energy, but also, how that ripples into the world. It's not selfish. All right, float the eyes open. If they're closed, we're going to come sit into Janushirshasana, or seated head to knee. I'm going to prop my hips up on a blanket just to make sure that I'm not rounding, the lower back or scooping under at all. So you can tilt the pelvis forward from that slight folded blanket. We're going to go right leg long. I'm just going to switch myself side face. I think that's going to be there. So right leg long on the mat, left knee out to the side. And now that I'm sitting, I'm just going to pull myself away, give myself more space. Right leg straight, left knee bent, and then widen the left knee as far out and back as your hips feel good. And then, either walk the sit bones back or prop them up, flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up, get long. Exhale, twist to the right leg. Let your left hand take the leg and your right hand set back. Feel your left hand's going to help twist you. Slide down the leg any amount and feel your right hand anywhere on the mat going to help push and maintain length in the spine. Flex your right foot, press your right thigh down. Feel like your tail is lifting, right? We're keeping that neutral pelvic tilt. Shoulders level to each other. Notice if your left shoulder lifted up, drop both out of the neck. Shoulder blades in and down, ribs and chin in to maintain length in the spine. And then we might pull our hinge a bit deeper. Keep the legs strong. There's still our active foundation. Right? Work that edge of muscular energy first, and then we're going to make it more yin. But take another breath here. Opening up with the fire of muscular energy. And then inhale, come up. We're going to find a more yin aspect to it now. I didn't set us up with props. I always forget that. You can pause the video and go grab some props if you have them. Or if not, you're just going to frame up your right leg and relax the muscles of your legs and just maintain lift of the spine with comfort and ease. If you have props, you can then let go of the muscular energy and let the prop kind of hold you up. I keep a little bit of tone in the core. If it's uncomfortable for your ankle to let it go, you can use a block here or just keep a little bit of muscular tone. But we're going to stay here like a full minute and a half. So find the general shape, maybe releasing the muscular energy, and focus more on what this pose now in stillness is bringing you, right? Is there frustration? Do you feel like you want to move? You want to be more active? Pull your mind into sensation. Feel that there's a mild to moderate sensation, that you're not at your edge. You go to where you first feel something and you stay there and then prop yourself up there. And breathe. Open up the breath. Yin is more about stillness, releasing fascial layers, and paying more attention to what surfaces in the mind, the way that we think. And we have just about 3 more breaths here. Inhale, come on up. We're just going to bend the right knee. You can use your hand to do it. Stretch the left leg straight. Bend the right knee, and we're going to do it active first. Right? So flex your left foot, widen the right knee as open as it can. Anchor the hips, roll the pelvis forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand drops, right hand's going to grab the leg, help your twist. Drop the right shoulder, level the shoulders. Hinge at the hip crease. Left hand is going to push the floor away, sitting you taller. Right hand's going to pull you into the twist and the hinge without rounding the upper back too much. Flex your left foot, press your thigh down. Shoulder blades into the back, into the spine. Press your left thigh into the mat. Lift your tail up. Lift your heart center. Inhale, rise up. Let's make this more yin. Relax the muscular energy. Grab a prop or let your hands be straight either side of the leg, letting your straight arms support you. Feel little to no stretch, where you feel that first place of sensation and stay and prop yourself up there. Tap into your breath. Look into the mind. What are you thinking? Then be the observer of those thoughts. How do you feel about them? What do they offer you? And we'll be here a minute and a half. Really finding stillness to let the fascia stretch and open. Your muscles can be as flexible as they can, but if your fascia is stuck, then there's a very limited fluid mobility of the joints. So yin can be very, very powerful in creating pranic flow and better health, and also joint mobility. Three more breaths. Maybe you flex your foot a little bit, hug your belly in. Inhale, come on up, take your prop off to the side. Let your left hand help bend your left knee. We're going to bring the hands back. You can stay on the blanket, or if it's really big, come off the blanket, feet wide, and just let the knees go side to side. So we're going to come into a yin pose. It's called shoelace, but in regular asana, it's called gomukhasana or cow face pose. We fired it up on our active posture with that warrior 3 dynamic movement. I'm going to sit on my, actually I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit on my folded blanket on this width, like in between my feet, as if this was a block. You can use a block also. So have a block close by or your folded blanket. We're going to come to tabletop and feel like your right knee is going to be the upside down tip of the triangle, your hands being the base. And then slide your left knee behind your right, touching, and heels pull apart. So I'm going to crawl up my mat here. And I know my hips are tight today, and I want the support of my blanket. So I'm going to kind of set that. Oops, space again. We can take a block, but peel your heels apart and sit in between the heels. I'm going to roll my right calf out of the way. I'm going to lift and really shimmy and wiggle so I feel like my sit bones are equal to each other. And then I'm going to click my toes on the mat, roll the pelvis forward, and decide if I can now settle in this shape or if I need a bigger prop. You can use a block, you can use a bolster, you can fold the blanket more. Then let the softening come down through the legs. Feel your energy settling into your seat. You can give a little bit of massage help here. We're going to be here like 2 minutes. So now with the legs settled, ribs hugged in, we're going to take the, never remember what arm, let's go. I think it's left arm up and back. Your right hand can help it. You can stay like this without flaring the ribs, or maybe the right arm can come behind and catch. It doesn't have to connect. You can just press the back of your right hand onto the back of your body and the palm of your left, and then feel the elbows stretch out of the heart. We have another minute here. If you want to, you can hinge forward, but try to find stillness and breath. Meet the challenge of it, right? Try to use props to feel you're in that first place of sensation and not at 90% sensation. We want mild to moderate, where the mind is not focused on get me out of this place. We don't want to be there. We want to be, oh, I can stay here all day. This feels good. Use your breath. Feel the heaviness come over your legs, your root into the ground. 10 more seconds. All right, gently let the arms go. Just bring your fingertips to the floor. Feel that connection and the release. The flow of energy and blood and prana. We're going to lean forward, come back up onto the hands. To switch sides, you can really do this any way you want. I love to find my inner child as many times as I can, so I'm going to try and find her here and get playful. I'm going to bring my hips up, come onto my fingertips, get onto my toes and lift the knees. I'm going to crawl to the left. My feet stay where they are. I'm going to crawl to the back, to the right. And now I have left knee on top. My right knee comes down. My hips come back to my prop. Left calf out of the way. I'm going to wiggle to make sure I feel I can settle into this prop foundation. Flex your feet, roll the pelvis forward and decide. Maybe give a little muscular action here. 2 solid minutes. Right arm goes up and back. Left can help it, either staying or wrapping left around. Breathe into your shape, your sensation, your thoughts. Pull your dimensions together here. Always close the eyes if it's comfortable, deepening into the experience. Okay. Ten more seconds. My arm went numb. Too much. Too deep. One more deep breath. Slowly let the hands unwrap from the back, fingertips to the floor, and just feel that flood of prana and blood. It's time to come out. We're going to let the hands go back like we did out of that Janu Shirshasana. Slide the feet wider than the hips and windshield wiper side to side. Reintegrate the balls into the sockets. Feel that full range of motion deep in the hips. All right, we're going to come into a restorative pose to open up the mind into a visualization guided meditation. So you can choose a shavasana with props if that's where you really want to be, but I'm going to suggest we make an incline with 2 blocks, highest setting, middle setting, pretty close to each other, a prop on top. Make sure your prop is supported, it's not sagging in the middle, and it's not seesawing. I'm going to use my blanket for leg support. I'm going to open it up and make a roll. And then sit back and relax. It can be a little bit of a back bend with your sacrum touching the edge of the bolster. Bend your knees. I'm going to go feet together, knees a little wide on my roll. If you want to, you can keep the legs more straight. If it's too much to ask the inner thigh and the sockets of the front of the hip here. So you can find that. I'm actually going to give a little bit of inward spiral to both thighs. Widening the pelvic floor, widening the sit bones, and then lay back. Hold the bolster, hug your belly, lean back. Now, as you drop back, notice if the arm bone is still really rounded forward. Feel your shoulder blade hug in and down the back, taking the arm bone away from the heart, dropping. And then if you feel like your hands are elbows are dangling in space, and you have more props, you can prop up the wrist, the hand, and or the elbow, or just feel your hands might want to be on the body or palm down. What is right for you? Tap in, understand how you're feeling and what to give yourself for the best comfort. And then draw the chin in a bit to lower the head heavy onto the prop. And just let go here. Feel supported. Let yourself be held. And if it's comfortable for you to close the eyes, go ahead and close the eyes. Make sure the position of your legs is feeling soft, comfortable, and safe. We don't want to pull frustration to the surface now. We did that earlier. Now we want to really tend to nurturing loving kindness to ourselves and really feel held in the support. And then feel the rhythm of your natural breath. And we're going to start first with adding 2 sounds to the breath. And you can do this audibly if you want, or I think it's more powerful to say it in your head. So you can choose. On the inhale, we're going to say so, and on the exhale, hum. The so hum to the breath is very Aries quality. It means I am that, or that I am. So hum. So hum. Really helping to get clear on where you're at and who you are. We're so conditioned in our society to align with the demands of the culture or even our gender. And the beautiful thing about the place we exist now is that that's all changing. Right? We have different pronouns, we have different ways of identifying. We're having more compassion and acceptance for expressing ourselves in our unique way. So let this so hum breath open that for you. Do you have a closed-minded view of this because of what you were taught or what you experienced? Maybe what you experienced can help you open up. My pronouns are she, they. It's confusing to people, but not to me. I identify as a woman, a mother. I love the divine feminine. That is deeply a piece of me. But I'm also very masculine in my energy. I'm very fluid in my sexuality. I have the they to represent that. I don't shave my armpits. I don't shave my legs. I like an easy, short haircut. Right? I'm not aligning with certain aspects of the female identity. I have that masculine to me. And I really explore that and enjoy that as a freedom of expression of my unique piece in the world and offering. Let the Soham open this up for you. Aries will remind us we can begin again and again and again and again. Just because you make one choice doesn't mean it's a lifelong choice. Letting go of that Soham, just let your breath be open and easeful. And maybe the eyes can stay comfortably closed. But now I want you to think of this pearl white light. And I want you to feel the breath in your belly and sense the rise of your center in the torso, whether that's at your heart, at your solar plexus, at the belly, or even in the pelvis. Wherever that center is today, feel that light, pearl of light is rooted in that place. And see the pearl expand and contract in the rhythm of your breath. As you inhale, feel the energy being drawn down and into that center and brightening into your whole being, body and beyond, right? We have energy fields beyond our skin. And on the exhale, feel it retreat a little bit and intensify at the center. And at the intense place of center, the inhale takes it broader in all directions, and the exhale pulls it in. And each round of your breath can make this more and more expansive and vibrant, feeling this pearl of light, giving you life force, recharging. This vibrancy allows you to face adversity with courage and strength. This is very Aries energy, fiery energy. Pull that divine light in. Break up stagnation. Break up conditioning. Break up the limitations of what you've carried through this lifetime that isn't serving your purpose, that isn't allowing you to bring your light to the world. Keep going for a few more rounds of breath. This pearl of light at your center, brightening and vibrating deeper and more intensely through all aspects of your being. Feel it's recharging your life force. Like plugging your phone in overnight, let this pearl of light be your plug to the divine light. Not only recharging, but realigning with your path, your purpose, your dharma. And let that go. Just return to your natural state in this moment. You're more than welcome to stay in that shape for longer if you'd like. You can bring your knees together, maybe grab your knees and hug your belly and pull yourself up off the bolster and find a comfortable seat. We'll draw the hands to the heart, press together in prayer, and just take a moment to notice how you feel now, how things have shifted and changed for you. Realign with your intention or peek at it and decide if it needs editing or adding or another set of direction. Remembering that we can do this as often as we want to stay aligned with our path. Draw the thumbs to the center of your forehead. Trust your inner guidance over all else. You are wise for yourself, more than any other person, for you. Let an inhale lift that up to the divine above you. And on your exhale, bring it down into the heart, the divine within you. The light in me sees, honors, respects the light in you. To you I bow. Namaste. All right, my friends, I hope that felt good. Help you channel the new moon energy and realign you to your purpose. See you soon.